Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Well, if you didn't just miss it, we are up and running already. And here's Van Basten. And here's Bernardo Silva! And he's really put himself on the line here. China with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Pedri with the short one. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Van Basten. Oh, smashing header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need.
Atukulu has another go! And the keeper couldn't hold it. They would have been quick to recover this.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Great hit! It's fallen kindly here! And he's there to clear it.
Oh, it's die-hard defence. And the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Ter Stegen chooses to deal with it himself. Great chance! It scores! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And that's really well manoeuvred. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he cuts out the supply. Van Basten. China looking to pass their way through. And that's a throw-in. Bernardo Silva. Atukulu. And he was quick to react. Oh, just skips. Big chance. Must be chance. He's delivered all right.
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got...
Bale! And Neuer! Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's had a hit. It's there. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you...
And the first half is done. China head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Reflections on the first half?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. He's found a way through. And he was alert to it. Pedri.
Van Basten. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
China have their second corner now. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Bernardo Silva! Corner number 3 coming up. And it's hoisted clear. Bale being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long. So they're running a fine line now.
That'll be a throw-in. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rodri. Pedri. Nuno Mendes. Mendes will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Here's Rodri. Now it's Bale. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Yeah, that's such a good position too.
It certainly looks appetising. Well, Bale! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
It's gone out for a throw-in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Wan-Bissaka kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Goes looking wide. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nuno Mendes. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
China get their fourth corner. And the header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Somewhat off target. Rummenigge. Can he finish? Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner. Unstoppable.
Barcelona take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Casemiro. That's been cut out. Well played. That has been cut short. There will be 4 extra minutes. That's a nicely measured pass. And we're done. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So, Jim, how do you...
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to
a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Haaland are well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That's a good ball played into space. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come loose here. Neymar. He's played him through. He is through here. Forlan. Decent hit! Goal! Milan! And Milan have a lead. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
It's Bale! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
China grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square. Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Haaland. Milan applying the press here, a high press. Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away. Yeah, there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Oh, good read. That was well played, well stopped. And he's picked out the run. Real chance! Goal, China! And that for him is goal number 10. That was a given. It always was. Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back of it. It's a mighty effort! Oh, denied! Brilliantly! Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Very nicely done. And here's a chance. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So we reached the halfway point. Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it. China leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It is intriguing to watch and could easily go either way. So we're straight back at it, and he's having a go! That's going to go a long way.
Just lucky.
Cross goes in there, and he's heaved it away.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Well, here's a man adored by many,
Even deified by some.
and it's Messi. Messi has a look and has a go. And here's Forlan. Oh, nice touch. Forlan! Oh, glorious! That is a special one. A fish of true class.
Again, we are level. What a contest! Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances.
In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that. Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
This is quite a battle. Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two... He's gone for goal! And that is a save of real quality, not easy by any means.
Milan just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Pedri and Mendes. Mendes drives forward on the overlap. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Forlan with 2 goals already to his name. Mendes promptly onto that, and that is that. Messi
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He's had a shot!
Goal! China!
And they're back in front.
Fantastic.
At his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Davis.
Neymar.
Vieira, a player of legendary status, and the shot!
Fantastic save, Ter Stegen. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Upamecano gets it away. Gets good distance on it. Vieira. And it's Messi.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Del Piero. And he was alert to it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Interesting ball. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. Casemiro. Oh, that looks a good ball through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Upamecano spots it and intercepts. Del Piero providing an outlet on that flank. Kubo, can he get onto this? And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Bernardo Silva. Bale. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Del Piero. He can get that clear. And they're back on the ball again. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Valverde. And it's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Valverde. And he's managed to get free. And he cuts out the supply. And the first half is done. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. That gets things going for the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Plays a delicate ball for Valverde. And here's Bernardo Silva. Aimed in towards the centre. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Musiala.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And he's taking no chances there. Well timed, excellent interception. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here. It's Van Basten! Can he get it through? And a header! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Valverde picks it up from the goal kick. Bernardo Silva.
Look, it's a run defence's dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
That's a sharp pass. Casemiro. Now there's a fine ball. Valverde. Casemiro. And that's been intercepted. Oh, that's well spotted. Just about up to 75 minutes. Bale.
China merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Good spot, he's seen the run. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bale.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Del Piero. Final ball knock. And that will be the final act. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, Emmanuel Petit has got to be one of the most technically gifted midfield players there are anywhere. You would give anything for his sort of influence in your team, wouldn't you, Jim?
Big fan. I've always been a big fan. Defensively, extremely capable. He has an excellent work rate on and off the ball, but he doesn't get too much attention for his aggressive midfield presence. And I always feel that he's someone that can leave a foot in, not in a bad way, but just in a strong way.
Now it's Van Basten. Maradona. And he cuts out the supply. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Bale. There's the hit! Goal! China! And it's China who take the lead.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
China have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Guti. Pedri. Rodri. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Bale.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have...
And the finish! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has. Manchester United clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Tar. Nuno Mendes.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Beckham. Vinicius Junior has it in a wide position. And we hit half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. So we're just settling back into this second half.
China clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken.
Chance to finish. Lacking in accuracy.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly, not great precision.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, super find. Oh, that's well spotted. Mendes is there to clear. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Guti with the clearance.
The attendance for this
Bale
match
being
was
hunted in packs.
987.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Wan-Bissaka gets over and intercepts. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Pedri. Petit, who's set up one goal so far. Bale. And here's Bale. Big chance! Goal! China! Into the lead once more.
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Bernardo Silva. Now he's had it taken off him. Into the last quarter of an hour. And Vinicius Junior shot a goal! Oh, taken with style! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh, well played.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Hoisted in. Spread neatly. He is through here.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And he's quick to get it clear again. That's that, the end. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. The action has already started. And he's surging through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Van Basten. China, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. It could be in here. It's Eto'o! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Eto'o has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Good spot, he's seen the run. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipation, timing and tactical intelligence, they're all top class.
Wan-Bissaka. Now it's Stoichkov. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Eto'o. He's got away. And that has been knocked clear. Taken back almost at once. China yet to have an attempt on goal. Cannavaro. Barcelona finding their passes. Just eases him off the ball. Ribery. Nuno Mendes.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's...
Eto'o! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, what has happened here? That's a throw. Bernardo Silva. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he thumps it clear. And they're back on the ball again. Guardiola.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Griezmann. He's going for goal! Wonderful!
Oh, it was a brilliant way to more or less bring this first half to a close, and you can only applaud such a fabulous goal to separate these two teams, and from a player we should never really doubt perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence.
And the first half is done. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Here we go again.
China can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Rodri. Now it's Ribery. He's gone for goal! Terrific effort, just off target.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Costa Curta. Griezmann. Eto'o. He can run onto that. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Played back in. Neymar. Now it's Eto'o. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now there's a fine ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's a lovely, neat pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
China are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Ter Stegen with the clearance. Now it's Cruyff. It's Eto'o!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Neymar. Eto'o heads it! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Neymar. And here's Eto'o. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's... and he's had a hit! And that would have won it.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
Nicked it back promptly. And here's Eto'o. Oh, great Neymar!
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Ribery. Rodri. Oh, such a clever touch.
China need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Now it's Cruyff. He has found the way through. Cruyff! They want to be quick to recover this. Casemiro. And that's it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
ഹലോ ഹലോ എടാ മൈക്ക് ഓഫ് ആയിരുന്നു. ഒരു ഫ്രണ്ട് കളിക്കാൻ കിട്ടുമെന്ന് തോന്നണില്ല. ഇന്നത്തെ കളിയൊക്കെ ഭയങ്കര മൂഞ്ചലാണെടാ. 5 കളി എന്തോ കളിച്ചെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. അതിൽ 3 കളി എന്തോ ഡ്രോ ആയി. അതും ജയിക്കേണ്ട കളിയൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. ലാസ്റ്റ് മിനിറ്റാണ് ഈക്വലൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നവന്മാർ. ഇൻവൈറ്റ് ഇട്ടോടാ നീ.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And we have in front of us this and Bernardo Silva! Now, who's going to be... Oh, what has happened here? In he goes again!
China have created a real intensity from the start, and there's no sign of any let-up.
Well, Peter, this is certainly a man who can make all the difference.
King Eric, surely one of the greatest ever to grace the English game. And you've got to say that Alongside his class, he brought about a bit of a tactical revolution too.
Yeah, in an age where everything was fast and down the sides, but his nous and drive...
And he'll shoot here! It'll be a throw-in. Oh, super ball. Has a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bernardo Silva really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
China with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He rises! Goal! China! And it's China who take the lead. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Wan-Bissaka. Upamecano spots it and intercepts. Now it's Dembele. China are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Rodri. And it's Van Basten. Van Basten! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Musiala.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Bale. Chance! And he comes up trumps again. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
China head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
China definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying...
Hits one! And that's caused a worry or two.
Bale certainly could have and should have made more of that.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very...
It's Bale! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Bale. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Nice interception, well timed. And they win it back again.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's looking to set free a runner. Tar did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really...
He's had a shot! Goalkeeper's ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Cantona! Cantona!
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
China close now to seeing this one through to the end. And the shot! And he hits the net. We thought it was over. It's all square once more.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
No, that's been intercepted. And we're done. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Van Basten voted